the author's own copy of Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There by Lewis Carroll. I'm Adam Douglas from Peter Harrington, and I'd like to show you this remarkable copy of the book. Famously, the first edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which was the first of the two Alice books written by Lewis Carroll, or Charles Dodgson to give him his proper name, was cancelled by Dodgson, who felt that the printing of the illustrations hadn't been good enough. So he cancelled that printing and gave away copies to hospitals. Now, when Through the Looking Glass, the sequel, came out, the publishers were happy to note that there was no such problem. And the book was very successful, and by this date it had reached its 60th thousand. That's by 1893, and all seemed well. So the Macmillan printed this edition and sent, as a matter of courtesy, a copy of it to Lewis Carroll, who was, however, horrified by it. And he's made notes here in the book saying that he received it on the 21st of November 1893, and he thinks the paper's too white, and there are 26 pictures overprinted, 8 of them very bad. And he's gone through the book, annotating those pictures where he thinks them much overprinted, very bad. That's a typical judgment. And he's gone through the book, noting here and there where there is, this one's bad folding. He says, page half a line too low down. So if we pull back and see the double page spread there, you can see he's talking about minute differences of text height. So a very fussy customer. And in fact, this almost caused a breach of the relationship between the author and the publisher. By this stage, he was one of Macmillan's best authors, but he cancelled all reprints of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland until this was all sorted out. So his usual procedure would be to discard all the copies that he found in this poor state. With the first edition of Alice's Adventures, he'd ordered them to be sent, the covers taken off and sent out to hospitals for children in hospitals to read. And something similar probably happened with this edition, because this is one of only 4 copies known that retains its original red cloth binding. And in fact, of those 4 that have been recorded, one of them is now lost. So it's one of 3 extant copies. And it looks very similar to the first edition. It has the same gilt blocks on it and the same lettering on the spine. Classic Alice book. But this is a rare beast, the author's own retained copy. For more details of this book and many other Lewis Carroll titles, please see the Peter Harrington website.